Welcome to episode 2 of the David Blaze Show. We haven't been canceled so far, so I'm considering it a success. The best show that ever existed. Argue with your mama. I'm your host, David Blaze, a man who allegedly has 3 kids with 3 women he has never had sex with. How? I don't know. Here today, reminding you to be yourself. But if you're not going to listen to me, listen to Bernie Mac.
Point I'm trying to tell you, son, is be yourself. People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on them and crazy through on their lips. That's all you do.
Our first question today comes from Savannah. Hi, Savannah. If you're watching, which I hope you aren't because you don't deserve to. That was unnecessary. Why are straight men weird around gay men? Why do they make them uncomfortable? You know how women feel around a man they're not interested in? Pretty sure it's the same thing for certain straight men around gay dudes. I imagine being around someone you don't want sexually, but you know in your mind they want to put their penis inside you, very uncomfortable. Which is even sadder when you consider that just because somebody's gay doesn't mean they want you. You giving yourself too much of an ego boost. You might have to tone it down, big dog. I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but every gay person doesn't want you. Every straight woman don't want you. Except unless you me, because then everybody wants you. Gay, straight, in between. I'm fucking irresistible, but that's different. Then there's the fact that a lot of them are in the closet and they don't want the other gay person to sniff them out. Or some of them do, but they want it in private. That's none of my business though. Moral of the story, people be gay sometimes. Whoop-de-doo. A lot of the straight dudes I've known have finally gotten over that, and it's like, okay, dude like other dudes, not really my problem. Me personally, I have never been hit on by a gay dude. Not sure how I feel about that. Moving on. Next question comes from a lot of comments I've received about who is smarter, men or women. I mean, if we really break this down, it feels like we arguing 2 stupid things against each other and trying to see which one is smarter. Men lie, spend all kinds of money, time, effort, however long and however much it takes just to have sex with somebody for 5 to 10 minutes. Women meet a guy they really like so much and withhold sex because they don't want to mess things up because they really like him. Men will date a woman, move in with her, have kids together, but won't marry her because he's afraid of commitment. Women try to make husbands and fathers out of men who don't want to be husbands and fathers, and then they are surprised when it doesn't work out. Men accept any challenge brought their way if you question their manhood. Tell him he's soft for using oven mitts, he will stick his bare hand in the oven while it's on 450 degrees to take something out just to prove he ain't no bitch. Women know men are stupid and then still expect us to know things. Like if she put 1 drop of makeup on her face, you're supposed to notice that change. You also supposed to know what you did wrong, even though half the time we don't even know when we did something wrong.
Men, we don't know what we did.
Moral of the story, I don't think either one is smarter than us. The fact that we deal with each other shows that we just both stupid equally. I think we can leave it at that. On that note, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
I never thought I'd be happy again. Every day was just sad and dark. That was until my doctor prescribed Sambarina. Now, my days are all sunshine. Sambarina is not a full-time cure for depression. Side effects include suicidal and homicidal thoughts, deep depression, deeper, darker depression, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Man in this video is a paid actor who has never taken Sambarina, but don't you hear that wonderful music playing in the background? Talk to your doctor if you experience any side effects while taking Sambarina so we can prescribe you more stuff that won't help. Sambarina, it doesn't work.
Next question is from Patience on Facebook, and she wants to know about my dating history and why I don't date. This is what you want to do today. This is how you want to ruin my Tuesday. I've been in 2 relationships. I've dated 3 women. Some would say 3.5. Some would say 4. Why? It's complicated. Back when I was a rapper, we met on MySpace in 2009, and then we met in person in 2013. She was 18, I was 20. We met in 2013, and as young people do, we moved extremely too fast. Not in the sense that we were like getting married and having kids, but enough to where we moved in together and we were not very compatible. Communication was not very good. Communication is the key issue in every relationship because for some reason, people can say what they need to say to everybody except the person they dating, which is so weird. Outside of us not being compatible, she was out here in these streets. I don't have the official number, but she slept with at least 20 people in the less than 1 year that we were living together. One day, I'm in the living room on the iPad that she mostly used, and I never really used, but I was on there to play some games, watching TV while she was in the bed sleep. This was an interesting night. As I open the iPad, notifications start coming in from all these different apps, and their messages, and there's usernames, and I'm clicking on stuff, and I'm reading, and I'm discovering, and I am disgusted. When I say she was getting penis from every direction available, she had a Craigslist account, there was a Pornhub account, Adult Friend Finder. I didn't think people actually clicked on that. There actually are horny local women in your area. Is weird. 3 different Snapchat accounts. I saw one message on Pornhub she sent to this dude that had the address, the apartment number, and what time I went to work. You want to talk about investigation, discovery type shit like this? I see how people murder other people. Obviously, I didn't murder her, but like I see how it happens. I also found out how much people around you value vagina more than anything else. After looking at all these messages and all these apps, there was one from the dude at the job I worked at. There was like a whole group of messages from my god brother. There was even one time where I was in the hospital and my cousin picked her up to bring her to the hospital to see me, and I guess they went home and had sex. It's a lot. There's a lot going on that first one. Safe to say, once all that was uncovered, we let that go and moved on our separate ways. The second one, I die a little bit inside every time I think about this one. I worked at a cleaners. I met this girl. She was cool. She was fine. We were just friends for at least like 6 months. Around that 6-month mark, we decided, hey, let's give it a try. Looking back, there were so many chances I should have gave up at the first sign of any kind of insecurity because she was used to dating a certain kind of guy. I was not that guy. I should have just let that be. She was used to the lying, the cheating, the arguing, the back and forth, the this and that. She was so ready for me to do something wrong that it was like, okay, well, go find somebody that's gonna do something wrong. Leave me the hell alone. We worked through so much of that and got so good, we ended up dating for all of about 2 years until one day all of the doubts started creeping back in, all of the insecurity started coming back out, and I'm like, hey, you know what? How about let's just not? Accusations everywhere. I was having sex with this person. I was doing this. I was doing that. I did so much shit that I didn't even have time to do, and half of it I wouldn't have wanted to do if I was single. All of the drama, dramatics, thematics, all of that, just for her to be messing around with this dude that she was hanging out with while we were still together. Now, I didn't care that she hung out with dudes because, look, if I gotta babysit you for you to not do something, I'm sorry, I'm not your father. If you're gonna do the shit, and then leave me the hell alone. I truly don't care how people live their life. Have sex with everybody, nobody, what you wanna do. Just leave me out of it. She claimed this dude was a friend that she used to have that she wanted to go see. Go for it, I don't care. If I have to police everything you do, somebody gonna have to start paying me. And I find out after we break up, guess who she's with? This whole time, while we were dating, while we were friends, before we knew each other, she had feelings for this guy that she never expressed because this guy was her ex-boyfriend's best friend. Because they were best friends, she thought it could never happen, so she was just gonna settle for me. Lord Jesus. Even though she didn't feel good enough to be with me, it's very convoluted and irritating. It makes my brain hurt. After that, I had a brief moment with one of the girls she accused me of wanting to be with. That didn't go very far. We don't talk to each other anymore. That's that. Not really a story to tell. And then there's the half or fourth one that some people count. And I'm going to give you a link to the story of what happened there. Moral of the story, I like very particular things. They are very, very hard to find. I'm not settling for anything less. I'm not settling for shit. If it's not what I want, I'd rather have nothing. So, yeah. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. If you want your question, comment, or concern in the next video, you can reach out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at It's David Blaze, The David Blaze Show at yahoo.com, youtube.com/David Blaze Videos. That's a lot of shit to say in one breath. Want to give a special shout out to prescription medication. Take one pill to cure one thing, and you got 5 side effects that requires more pills. It's a fucking pyramid scheme. Always remember, there's no such thing as boneless wings. They're either wings or nuggets. Good night, everybody. All right, that's enough of that.